position of authority, that doesn't mean that we get ourselves accelerated. Okay, fine.
Yeah, there's a very interesting point raised. Do you think at this point in time, because this discussion is on the table, it is being spoken about and it has sent shockwaves across the country, the protocol decisions, the guidelines that are followed right now by the airport authorities are going to then be reviewed and brought into question and then exposed as well to allow for such transgressions, such syndicates to not operate any longer. Also, we are also getting to know that Ranya Rao continues to be in DRI custody. She is in DRI custody until 10th of March. NewsX has learned that her husband is staying put at their home. Jatin Hukeri has made all his social media accounts private. Jatin was also investigated by the DRI team on day 1, but since then he has been released and he is back home. Sanjay Sahai, we have gotten to know that the husband has been interrogated on day 1, but no news thus far of the father, the IPS officer being interrogated, being questioned by the DRI or the CBI.
We don't have any information as to what the investigation has taken forward, how it has been taken forward in this case. What we are getting is a couple of snippets in the public domain. So whether the father has been inquired upon, not inquired upon, so we are completely dependent on whatever is brought to the public domain. As of now, we don't have any information with regards to that. We are having this discussion on the protocol services. I'd like to add one more thing. If the whole issue is related to whether father was involved in the protocol services or not, we would certainly like to know what these protocol services are. To best of my understanding, it is a couple of constables who are deployed at the airport, and they are requested to provide you some facilitation with regards to expediting you going through the security and you coming out of the immigration or getting when you are traveling abroad, you are sorted out with regards to what the immigration does, whether they are a part of the state protocol or not. So that itself becomes another question. So I think the loose manner in which protocol services are being talked about, I don't think it is the right way of going about things, and let the airport authorities and state government and the concerned agencies make it very, very clear as to what the protocol services are, in which fashion and in which manner it is given, who are the people who are entitled to, and what is the current status of it. Okay, considered that. Now she gets the protocol facilities in inverted commas, what is being talked about since the time she has been caught. So she comes out of the aircraft and enters the terminal building, and therein you have immigration. She clears the immigration, which is expedited by the protocol services which has been provided. After you get out of the protocol, out of the immigration, you will end up to pick up your baggage. You pick up your baggage, and after that you come to the customs part of it. Now, customs part, it is basically interaction between the passenger and the custom department, and might be a complement of DRI, which is also a part of the customs, at least as far as international airports are concerned. There she has nothing to declare as she's been smuggling gold, so there is nothing to declare and she goes off. Now the point is, what is the nature of facilitation and what is the crime which has happened in this whole scenario and who all are responsible for it? So primarily is the connivance, complicity which has led to this crime happening over and over again. And as we are told today, that it is a part of a much bigger syndicate, whether she has been a
absolutely, it
mule
becomes
or
a
she
part of a much bigger syndicate. As you mentioned, is there a likelihood that there were custom officials who were involved in this?
See, I will tell you one simple thing.
Who overlooked every single time she was being frisked at the customs, or for that matter, the protocol services that she was being provided, and the constables were either they were ignorant or were part of this entire crime that was taking place.
Only DRI will be able to tell us. One thing I can tell you, that there is a huge amount of technical services these days which are basically put into operation at every time there is the slightest bit of suspicion. And the protocol services, if the customs and the DRI complement, are giving so much of importance and credibility to a constable or the supposedly those protocol services and not laying their hands on somebody on whom they have doubt, I think it raises further questions on the nature of customs and other services which we are having.
Yeah.
I would like to explain one more thing. there is something we call as the Advanced Passenger Information System. This is the main customs information system or the software which operates. I have not been able to make out that does it take 30 times or 36 times for these systems to actually throw up patterns and notifications. There are countries, US and UK for sure, wherein the immigration and customs are integrated into one. Here we are not even sure of the fact as to whatever the database between immigration, between customs, and between the concerned airlines, it is being shared upon or not. So it is a huge lapse. Leave aside human part, complicity part, all those are there, accepted that is there. But the complete technical resource and huge amount of capital investment which has been done in the name of these technical resources are falling by the wayside. Primarily, it is turning out to be something decorative in nature. At the Mumbai airport, some survey says that 99.6%, 99.6% of the passengers go through Green Channel. Now we are forced to believe that everybody going out of the green channel has nothing to declare. But whether that is the case. Now we come to where the whole thing originated, which I've been repeating over and over again. That is the Dubai International Airport. Dubai International Airport has also been a nerve center of the Kerala smuggling, on which a very high office and a very senior bureaucrat and all these people were involved, and this whole conduit was going to the consulate there, and that is how the whole thing transpired. To get into Dubai airport and manage this whole show, I think it is literally unbelievable. And to know where it is happening, in which manner, and who can literally intervene and make a lateral entry to break the Dubai International Airport security and make this happen
Yeah.
from there to Emirates and forward and going through this whole system here, and how the whole thing is dispensed in India, I think that is very, very critical.
Yeah,
CBI
it's
coming
huge.
in
The
will
fact that
certainly
the, complicity, that going ahead and giving all the orders, giving all the go-aheads, approvals from a very high authority is the only way this crime could have been committed. Not once, not twice. It's already on record. She went to Dubai and came back 27 times, and this has been going on potentially for years together. And that brings about into focus the grievousness and the seriousness of this crime. Stay on with me, sir. We are getting more information. The Bengaluru authorities have arrested a visually impaired man in this smuggling racket. The man has been arrested at the Kempegoda International Airport for smuggling gold from Dubai worth 3.44 crore rupees. Coming back to you, Belly, what's the update over here? I mean, there is a visually impaired man who has been arrested. Does he have any link to the Ranya Rao case?
As of now, there are no links between the visually impaired man who had been caught at the Bengaluru International Airport with the Ranya Rao's case. But certainly, this is one more, modus operandi is what the officials at the airport says, that certain people like visually impaired people would be looked upon without suspicion, and they can also have gadgets and other things in their hands that could be probably a carrier of smuggled items. So this is one more aspect to it that was being told. But whether this person has been doing it over the past many times is still under investigation, and this particular visually impaired man was caught with nearly 4 crore of smuggled gold, Megha.
Okay. Stay on with me, Belly. We are also getting to know that the Karnataka government is set to review the SOPs for the VIPs at the Bengaluru airport. The smuggling scandal has come to light, and the protocol services are to be limited to senior bureaucrats only. Stricter regulations at the airport to prevent misuse by VIPs is going to be implemented by the airport authorities. Belly, this action, the Karnataka government has woken up now. Now, who are these senior bureaucrats who are allowed to avail of these VIP protocol services? Who defines which are the bureaucrats who are allowed to avail this service?
Megha, this particular move was made by the State Home Minister Parameshwara, saying that he had directed the top cop, the DGP Alok Mohan, to conduct a consultation with the stakeholders, such as the airport authorities and the protocol services people, and to fine tune their SOPs. And this is what, like, it would take some days for this to get implemented, while there would be a certain stringent instructions that protocol services can be availed only by the bureaucrats in position, or they are holding the present position, and would not be extended to their kith or kin, or to anyone whom, even if their office approves of it, there shouldn't be a protocol service offered to them at the airport. So this is one of the prominent revising that they are looking at, at the SOPs of the airport
the revision that is going to be made by the Karnataka government, at least with regards to the Kempegowda airport, but airport authority on a larger scale will have to review its protocols. Who are they being availed by, and how stringent are the constables and the immigration officers and the custom office officials that are deployed at the airport, and are they doing their job with the full honesty or not? I'm also getting to know that the CBI has taken up a case suo moto in connection with the gold smuggling at the international airports based on inputs by the Directorate of Revenue Intelligence. The CBI officials have dispatched teams to Mumbai and Bengaluru airports for further inquiry. Really, these teams have been deployed. They have been sent to the Bengaluru and Mumbai airports. How soon can we get to know the updates that they can provide us through this investigation?
Megha, the CBI that had dispatched teams to conduct inquiries on the gold smuggling modus operandi and the cases at specifically the Mumbai airport and the Bengaluru airport now. So these teams would certainly investigate also into the protocol services availed by air passengers, and they would look into the modus operandi of smuggling. So there are various cultural differences from one place to another, where they would be able to find newer modus operandi. So they are also sources from the CBI say that they would also extend their inquiries into more international airports, especially in the South Indian states, where Karnataka has 2 international airports, and both Tamil Nadu and Kerala have got 4 each, Megha.
Okay,
so
all right. Stay on with me, Benny Sanjay Sai, to wrap this up. Now, again, fingers are pointing to who are these high-profile individuals? Are they politicians? Are they racketeers? Are they the smuggling mafia? Who are these individuals and organizations and syndicates that are involved in this? It has been 3 days since Ranya is in DRI custody. CBI has now gotten involved in it. Why are names not being revealed? What is the reason? What could be the reason?
The interest of investigation that the names are not being revealed. So that is the only thing which I can think of. But one thing which has been made very, very clear, that it is a very, very complex smuggling exercise which has been happening from Dubai to this place and might be other parts of the world. And parts of the syndicate are located in Dubai, Middle East, India,